Are you trying to figure out how to get a mortgage and buy a home or refinance your mortgage? I'm going to show you one strategy that can literally blow your mind and change the entire way you look at your mortgage. I'm going to show you an example of how I helped a client go from 21 years on their mortgage down to 6 years, saving them $154,000 in interest without making any extra payments. And if you're new here, my name's Sean Uehara. I've been a mortgage lender for almost 20 years, and I specialize in the first lien HELOC because I believe this is the best strategy that can get anybody out of debt quicker and stop wasting money throwing interest back to the bank. If you want to build wealth and stop throwing away money, this is the channel for you, and I'll teach you how to do this every day. If you don't care about this stuff, then keep scrolling. Most people shop around for a low 30-year fixed mortgage rate, thinking that that's the best way to go about handling a mortgage. But all you're doing is signing yourself up for debt for 30 years. This is how I just helped this client. We're going to refinance this $368,000 mortgage. The house is worth about $430,000. They have a 5.625 interest rate, which they've had for about 34 months. And they're making an additional $250 a month principal payment. I want to point that out because so many of you hate on this. And you always bring up, what if you put all this extra money into your house? Here we go. I'm going to show you. This guy's putting an extra $250 a month towards his payment, which is very rare. Not many people are that consistent about doing this, but I'm going to show you that the HELOC still is going to outperform this. His average take-home pay is $10,500 a month. They've got about $1,000 in a savings account that they're going to reallocate into our HELOC. And because we use our HELOC as our checking account, at the end of the month, after we pay all of our bills and expenses, we've got about $3,500 left over. The right side of the screen represents their 30-year fixed mortgage with the additional $250 a month contribution. Takes our mortgage down to 21 years. And that same mortgage will refinance into our HELOC, paying that off in 6.8 years, saving them $154,000 in interest. The HELOC has a variable rate, but we're using an average of 8.3% to model out our numbers here. And you can see we're only paying $115,000 worth of interest on this mortgage because interest gets calculated on the average daily balance. We're really only paying an interest rate of 1.9%. This is the part where most of you get lost. When you hear the interest rate, you cannot think about the 8% HELOC and assimilate that to the 30-year fix. That's not what we're comparing. We're comparing a variable rate with interest being calculated on the average daily balance versus your traditional 30-year fixed mortgage. That's how we can have an 8% HELOC, but when you look at the interest rate on the actual amount of what we're paying back, the effective rate was under 2%. That's the real number you have to pay attention to when you look at your mortgages. So if you want to learn how to beat the bank, get your mortgage rates down into a place that we've never seen since 2020, 2021, you can achieve that today with cash flow and utilizing this HELOC. I can show you how to do this. Send me a message, send me a DM. I'll show you how to do this. We can hop on Zoom.